When it comes to slasher movies, Halloween is seen as the one that made them all happen, and that is correct. However, someone got to the slasher genre first, and that was director Bob Clark, who directed the film Black Christmas. This is an independent film from the Great White North of Canada, and it was released in the mid 70s. Yeah, and before I go any further, it is funny to note that Bob Clark also directed A Christmas Story. So, yeah, the dude's a silent killer in the directing game. It tells the story of a group of sorority girls who, during the Christmas holiday at their university, they start getting some very threatening phone calls, and, well, murder happens. Like I said, this was an independent film, and it was made on a very small budget. It was about $600,000. I don't know if that's larger or smaller in Canadian dollars, but from what I've been able to research, it was pretty small. But they got a pretty effective final product out of that small budget. There are some POV shots in here that, quite honestly, John Carpenter must have studied, because the POV shots in here and in Halloween are honestly pretty similar. I'm not saying that John Carpenter ripped them off. I'm just saying he clearly did his research. Being such a low-budget movie, though, works in the movie's favor because it feels very grounded, it feels very reality-based, it feels very grimy, and that's why the movie works. There are some downright terrifying moments, and I stress moments because there's some parts where it's like, okay, this is getting a little slow, but when the kills do actually happen, yep, they're pretty effective, even by 2022 standards. Probably the standout for me is the scene where the main girl is out looking at some Christmas carolers, and one of the other girls is in her bed, and the stalker comes in and, well, does the business in tune to the Christmas caroling going on. It's a very haunting moment, and it was done very well. The two main actors who I recognized immediately were Olivia Hussey, or Hussey, I believe that's how you say her name, who was most recently, at the time of the movie's release, in Franco Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet, and Keir Dullea, who was Dave in 2001: A Space Odyssey. Not gonna lie, when I saw him in this, I was like, wow, he was actually in other stuff besides 2001. Who knew? The movie is just about 90 minutes, and I think it could have gone a little longer. But overall, I think they got the job done very well. I think the best thing that I could say about Black Christmas is that this movie walked so Halloween and A Nightmare on Elm Street and a ton of other copycats could run. This movie would be remade twice, once in 2006, produced by Harvey Weinstein.
That one didn't age quite so well.
And then there was the 2019 version, which I have seen clips of, and I never want to see the movie. Carrie Elway is basically controlling this fraternity with black goo. He's immune to iocane powder, but apparently he's not immune to bad scripts. From what I have seen, you're best set to just stick with the original, the best one.